Well, after receiving what he called himself a shellacking at the midterm elections last month, Barack Obama seems to be making a bit of a comeback, showing his critics he's definitely not out of the game yet. This afternoon, he fulfilled a campaign pledge, signing a law which allows gay people to serve openly in the military, a feat which many thought he wouldn't be able to pass.
No longer will our country be denied the service of thousands of patriotic Americans who were forced to leave the military, regardless of their skills, no matter their bravery or their zeal, no matter their years of exemplary performance, because they happen to be gay. No longer will tens of thousands of Americans in uniform be asked to live a lie or look over their shoulder in order to serve the country that they love.
And he's also reached a deal with Republicans over tax cuts, and that new nuclear arms treaty START with Russia is about to be ratified, it seems, by Senate, so perhaps not the lame duck that his opponents like to claim he is. Let's check all this out with former White House and congressional spokesman Robert Wiener, joining me now from Washington. Robert, good to see you. So is he going to be the new Bill Clinton? Is he going to be another comeback kid?
Well, if every session were like this lame duck, we'd be good governing from the beginning, but unfortunately it's been partisan until this point. Now, in the lame duck with the election over, from taxes to gays in the military to nuclear weapons to government funding to health care for 9/11 victims, it's been a wonderful array of cooperative efforts, and maybe it portends a new beginning for next year when all concerned will see that if you don't produce something, you actually can get defeated.
Robert, what do you reckon's changed? Is this election, midterm elections on November the 2nd, did that change everything? Were politicians of every party and hue a bit cowed by what they heard from their electorate?
Well, I believe that the Republicans see themselves in the mirror now. If they want to be obstructionists and force things not to happen, they will see happen what happened to the Democrats when the Republicans were the obstructionists and stopped things. They can see it could very possibly be a reverse situation where the Democrats pick up the Congress next time if things don't get done. So we're starting early. I think it's best for all concerned. It was only since Newt Gingrich launched the contract on America and started making sure that the Democrats didn't produce anything, that we had an obstructionist, bipartisan fight that is what dominated American politics. It could be a new day.
This is, I mean, it's worth bearing in mind that after the vote in November at the midterms, this Congress, the 111th, comes to an end basically in the new year, and the new Congress starts. The makeup of that is quite different. Is this like to continue with them, or could they throw all this out?
Well, they're not going to throw out all of the major legislative achievements, including before the lame duck, by the way, the health care, the financial bill, the rescue of the auto industry and so forth. Those will remain. But they are going to try, the new Congress is going to try to eviscerate all of the social programs that Franklin Roosevelt on through have created, starting with Social Security. And we're going to have to fight a war of retrenchment to make sure that the American people are protected. I remember when Nancy Pelosi told me the last time that we were in the minority that we won on Social Security and we stopped the Republicans from privatizing it. We're going to have to do that all over again. That's going to be a big battle, a battle royale that's going to come, and we love using the royal analogy because we do come from Britain after all, that is going to be have to be fought in the next Congress.
But after the shellacking, I mean, the lowest point for Obama in that midterm election, do you sense that that he's picked himself up, dusted himself down, and will have gained confidence from getting a few of these measures through, some pretty important bills through in the last few days?
There's no question that the president gained confidence, but there's also a price that many are questioning. The $4 trillion that the new tax bill costs is one that we're borrowing from China and our grandchildren will have to pay. That's real. And for what gain when this Congressional Budget Office shows that tax breaks for the rich don't do anything for the economy? They're nil in terms of really achieving anything. So we may have bought a compromise, but we also have bought a problem that we're going to have to deal with down the road. So I don't get great comfort out of the tax bill. I do get great comfort in the new bipartisanship on Don't Ask, Don't Tell, on health care for 9/11 victims, and the like, on the funding of the government, on the START treaty. Those are very important, but we can't just give away the baby with the bathwater, and we're going to have to be very careful, all of us together, working collegially, that we don't do that in the next Congress just for the sake of compromise.
Promises to be a fascinating new year up there on Capitol Hill. Robert, thank you very much indeed. Robert Wiener joining us from Washington.